What's up guys, Coach Ethan here. Now obviously this is a very difficult time that we're going through, and I'm sure that a lot of you are probably finding it very difficult to stay consistent on a daily basis, to stay motivated on a daily basis, because every day pretty much at this point is just the same exact thing. We can't go anywhere, we can't do anything, there's no sports on TV to watch, nothing's happening. So every day can just start to feel monotonous and feel like the same exact thing. And because of that, it can be very hard to stay motivated. So I want to give you guys 4 tips that you can use to stay motivated, to stay consistent, and to ultimately help you out down the line, sticking to your goals and becoming better. Now, the first thing I want you guys to do right now is open up your notes app, and I want you to write down 2 things that you want to be better at by the time the quarantine is over. So this could be 2 goals that you have that you want to achieve. This could be 2 skills that you want to get better at. I want you to write those things down so you have something to chase after every single day. That's going to help you to stay motivated. For example, maybe you want to be a better ball handler by the time the quarantine's over. Write that down as one of your 2 things. That way, that goal is always going to be in the back of your mind. It's going to help you to stay motivated every day. Once you have those 2 things written down, I want you guys to look at them at least once a day. So when you wake up in the morning, take a look at those 2 goals, those 2 things you want to be better at. And that's going to keep it fresh in your mind, and again, it's going to help you to stay positive. The second thing you're going to do to stay motivated on a daily basis is you're going to write down your daily 3. Now, what I mean by this is you're going to write down 3 things that you want to get done that next day. I recommend that you guys do this the night before. So before you go to bed, write down 3 things you want to get done the next day. Or what you can do is when you wake up in the morning, write down 3 things you want to get done that day. Then, all you have to do that day is focus on getting those 3 things done. A lot of people feel really overwhelmed by all the things that they could be doing. Like, I could get this done, I could get this done, this, and all of a sudden they have a list of 10 things that they have to get done that day. And because they just seem overwhelmed, it just seems like they'll never get all that stuff done, they end up doing very little, if any of it. So we're gonna avoid this by making sure we only write down 3 things that we have to do each day. Now, if you do those 3 things and you want to continue to do more, that's okay. But put it on yourself to only have to do those 3 things. Then, if you're able to do that every single day, you're gonna get so much more done than you would have if you put a ton of goals on your plate for one day, but only end up getting 1 or maybe even none of them done. So by that way, we can slowly each day get a little bit better because we're only focusing on doing a couple things every single day. And you're gonna start to build some momentum as well once you start to get those 3 things done. The first day you do it, you'll get those 3 things done. You'll say, oh man, this is easy. You do the same thing the next day and the next day, and all of a sudden you're gonna be at day 4 or day 5. You're gonna wanna continue to do that because you're gonna see that you're getting into a rhythm, into a flow, you're feeling more motivated, and you're able to be more consistent with the progress that you're making. Now, the number 3 thing that you should do is think of one thing that you've put off doing until now and do it. We have a lot of time on our hands to get things done, and all of us are guilty of putting things off that we thought we didn't have time for, that we didn't want to do before, that just seemed like it kind of got lost in the daily flow of things earlier. Now we have time and we have the energy to get it done. So what I want you to do is think of one thing you've been putting off and get that done. For example, maybe there's a move that you really wanted to learn, but you haven't put the time into doing it yet. Now that you have the time to get that done, make that one of your goals. So we talked about having your 2 long-term goals for the end of the quarantine. Maybe one of those is that thing that you put off. Maybe one of your goals is, I want to learn this move and I want to become great at this move by the time the quarantine's done. So now all of a sudden you're going to knock out 2 goals with one thing. You're going to get rid of that one thing that you were putting off, and you're also going to knock out one of your 2 goals that you have long-term. That's where we're going to start to build momentum, and you're going to start to build motivation and consistency on a daily basis. So I want you all to think of one thing you've been putting off, and I want you to get that done. And the last tip I'm going to give you guys is to keep everything in perspective. On a day-to-day basis, especially right now when we don't know when this is going to be over, when things are going to be back to normal, when you can start to do the things you used to be able to do, it's easy to get overwhelmed and feel like there's never going to be an end to it. But we have to realize that there will be an end to it at some point. Even though people are throwing all these numbers at you, trying to tell you that this is never gonna happen, it's gonna be like this for this amount of time, it's gonna be like this for this amount of time, whatever, you have to understand that it's going to get back to normal at some point. So what you wanna do now is put yourself in the best position to be ready when things are back to normal. And we talked about the 3 things earlier that you can do that are gonna allow you to do that. And that goes back to point number 1, which is have those 2 long-term goals that you want to have by the time the quarantine's over. By keeping things in perspective and understanding that this is not a permanent thing, that eventually things will get back to how they were, that's going to allow you to stay motivated. That's going to help you to understand that every single day you're gonna chase after your goals, you're gonna get better, because eventually things will go back to how they were. Hopefully that helps you guys out. Let me know what your guys' struggles are right now, and also let me know what your goals are going forward. And a bonus tip for you guys, my private basketball training group is the best place to be currently. The link is in my description below. I'm giving you guys free workouts, personal coaching. It's a place where I can connect with all of you guys individually, and it's completely free as well. So like I said, the link is in my description below. Go ahead and join, and I'll see you guys in there. If you guys like this video, hit that like button and subscribe for me. Click this little like button right here to make it easy, guys. I really appreciate it. And drop a comment for me too. Like I said, let me know what your goals are, and also let me know what you want to see next. That's it, guys. Peace.